Good evening. Today we have 3 chilling stories for you. First we have a scary ghost story. A really creepy one. Next is a real-life story about a girl showering and hearing noises. Scary stuff that could happen to you too. Last story is a bit obsessive, with a nice and chilling ending. So without further ado, let's go. My family had bought the house a year ago. Originally, we assumed the house itself was fine. But, some lousy plumbing above my room ruptured and spilled out everywhere. The room was drenched, and I had nowhere to sleep. Not until my parents suggested the guest room. My dad jokingly said good luck. I opened the room and was met with stacks of old boxes and dust. The room had a single bed in the corner, and a closet across the room from the foot of the bed. I moved most of the boxes to the side and cleaned off the dust and cobwebs. The bed was creaky, and the mattress was hard. And after some time, I tried to sleep. I restlessly moved around on the uncomfortable brick. With every movement I made, the bed frame creaked. And after a while I finally got conformable. Until the bed creaked again. And I hadn't moved that time. It almost felt like someone pushed against the bed. And again, another long and painful creak. I sprung up and looked around the room. My closet door was open. But nothing else was different, and nobody was there. I again tried to go to sleep. Once I laid down, I could hear a noise from somewhere in the room. It was a small and repetitive sound. It almost sounded like scratching. I got up again, and listened. I could still hear it. It came from the closet. I slowly got up from the bed and walked to the noise. The scratching was becoming louder. I grabbed the hanging clothes and pushed them apart, not finding anything inside. I turned around and saw a small mouse go underneath my bed. A simple explanation. I jumped back on the bed and closed my eyes again. Now, I could hear footsteps. They were pacing around the inside of my room. And they became slower. And they made their way to the bed. I got up again and saw nothing. But I could now hear something faint. A low noise that was somewhere near me. I checked the sides and foot of the bed. I checked the other side of the room, but I was sure it came from the bed. And then, I realized there was one place I hadn't checked. As I got closer, the noise became more clear. It was breathing. Somebody was underneath the bed. I got on my knees and turned on the flashlight on my phone. I looked under the mattress and found nothing. A small mouse eating something in a few boxes. Then, I noticed something odd sticking out. A small and thin black string. I pulled on it lightly, but it didn't budge. And when I yanked it down, a dark hand quickly came out from the inside of the bed frame, under the mattress. I screamed and ran out of my room, hearing laughter behind me as I went to my parents. They immediately called the police and we waited in silence. They came and investigated the house. The decayed body of a man was in between the mattress and frame. A crooked smile had been carved onto his mouth. He had been there for quite some time, and the police took the body away. The day after I went back to the bed and I touched it. The mattress was now soft and comfortable, like the body had been preventing me from sleeping. So, I decided to sleep on the couch for the rest of that week. The house became peaceful again, and the idea of a body in the house became more of a scary story over some time. That was, until I adjusted myself on the couch while sleeping one night. I heard a loud crack or snap. And suddenly, I couldn't sleep again. The thought of another body in our couch wasn't something that would put me to sleep. So, I checked, to put my mind at ease. And I wished I hadn't checked at all. I was living with my roommate Michelle when this story took place. It was a Friday night, around 7 p.m., and I was just getting home from a long day at work. I work in retail, and since it's the holiday season, we'd be massively swamped. When I got home, I got a text from Michelle saying she was going on a date with this guy she met and wouldn't be home till much later that night. This excited me, because that meant I had a few hours to unwind and to have some much needed alone time to myself. I sent her a text saying okay and turned on my shower. I had been looking forward to this hot shower all day and was excited to relax. I was enjoying the hot shower for about 10 minutes when I heard footsteps downstairs. To help give you better perspective, we live in a 2-story condo. Our shower and bathroom is upstairs. So anyway, I hear footsteps downstairs, as if someone is walking around. This didn't alarm me. I figured it was Michelle. She's been going on a lot of bad dates lately and I figured this was another bad one and she was home early. I was conditioning my hair when the bathroom door opened. The shower curtain we have is a blurry one and the bathroom was filled with steam. I could not exactly see who walked in, but again, I assumed it was just Michelle and I asked her if her date went well and why she was home early. In the blurriness of the curtains I could just make out a faint figure standing there. But Michelle didn't say anything. I asked again how her date went, but she continued to remain silent. This was odd. And the closer I squinted my eyes through the steam and blurry curtains, the more and more the figure did not look like Michelle. A chill started going down my back despite the hot water. The energy in the room was changing. I was terrified to pull back the shower curtains and see who was standing there. If I'm being completely honest, the figure looked like a man. My mind was racing, trying to remember if I locked my front door or not. I couldn't remember. And then the figure walked away. I heard footsteps going down the stairs. I heard movement down in the living room. I was frozen in the shower. After about 30 minutes of not hearing anything, I grabbed my towel and sprinted downstairs. I was in shock. My front door was wide open. The TV that was in our living room and our kitchen were both gone. We were robbed. I called the police immediately and made a report. They were never caught. But if I had one positive thing to dwell on, it's that whoever robbed us didn't harm me. It's unsettling knowing they were mere feet in front of me and could have done God only knows what to me, but chose not to. Stay safe out there, guys, especially this holiday season. I've always been your biggest supporter, even when you didn't notice me. Even when you rejected my Valentine's Day candy and my bear. You laughed at me and told me I was ugly, but that didn't stop me because I knew it was because of your friends. I even saw how they abused you, beat you up when they realized their crushes were into you. I even tried to help you fight back, leaving anonymous notes in your locker about what gossip you could use to get back at them. That didn't stop them though, in fact they terrorized you even more. They called you fat, stole your money and made rumors that you were gay. Even more so, as the semesters passed I tried getting close to you, coincidentally getting in every class with you. Sitting either in the front or in the back, so I could gaze at your beautiful face. You inspired everything about me, to lose weight, become fit and become semi-popular. It was all for you, and I would do anything to protect you. So in sophomore year, when walking ever so behind you making sure you couldn't notice me, I saw it. I saw how that person accused you, made you cry and repeatedly punched you in the stomach. They didn't know like I knew of your asthma, of course I knew by stealing the nurse's files on you. The blows caused you to double over in pain and the attack happened, you coughed and couldn't stop. That horrible person ran off and left you there struggling to breathe like a fish out of water. The teacher came and you were taken to the hospital. I contemplated on how I could exact the pain you felt on that scumbag, how dare they harm what's mine. So I waited after school, and when that person came up to talk to me, obviously attracted to me, I lead them up the stairs to the top of the stairwell. Make out heaven it was called. They licked their lips, like a hungry predator ready for its meal, excited to get a touch of validation from me. I feigned carelessness and dropped my backpack on the floor and asked could they pick it up. When reached down and picked it up, I slowly caressed their face and fixed their collar. The sense of ease on their face was all it took for me to catch them off guard and push them off the ledge. I watched as their body fell helplessly like a rag doll and the sick crack as their back broke on the stairs at the angle they fell. See, this wasn't the first time I protected you, my love, and it won't be the last. Do you remember the horrible dog that chased you when you got off the bus? I fed it rat poison chocolate and watched as it suffered to death. Your bullies, I took care of them all, because if anyone was going to cause you the most pain, it was going to be me, the girl next door. Thanks for listening. But before I go, let me remind you to subscribe and hit the like button. Hit the bell as well to always keep updated. And if you really want to support our channel, make a comment. Nothing will help more. Even a friendly hi will do wonders. That being said, until next time, good night.